What is the main cause of poverty? Well, I would say that there isn't a cause of poverty. Poverty is simply the natural state of being. Humans and humanity have to do things to pull themselves out of poverty. If those things are not done because of being unwilling or unable to do them, or they are being obstructed, such as where economic freedom does not exist, then poverty will be the state of being. So for example, global poverty has been cut to its lowest levels in human history, by half, and a large percentage of that having occurred in the last couple of decades. And what made for this epic achievement has been the liberalization of economies. China and India being significant contributors to this reduction. That is, they have the largest populations, and have recently liberalized their economies over the past couple of decades. Now, you might say that China, especially, does not have that liberalized of an economy compared to Western countries, and you would be right. But that's just the thing of it, even the degree of liberalization they have done over the past couple of decades is enough to create this dramatic result. This goes to show the power of economic liberalization and freedom, to eradicate poverty when even the little but they have done can have such dramatic results. And as an example of the opposite, we can look to Venezuela. They were once the most prosperous economy in Latin America. But as they have gone the opposite direction in their economic policies, so too has the performance of their economy to where they are one of the most dysfunctional economies on the planet. We can also compare and contrast countries like Zimbabwe and Botswana. The latter have done very well with liberalization and become the miracle of Africa, whereas the story of Zimbabwe is the exact opposite, having gone from breadbasket of Africa to economic basket case of Africa with their economic authoritarianism and tyranny. A cause is something that is both necessary and sufficient to give rise to the effect. If poverty is the effect, its cause must be something whose absence means that poverty cannot occur, and whose presence makes sure that poverty must occur. But then one must define poverty strictly. For example, a bum that has no money because he is a drunkard who does not do his work is not poor, he is a derelict. To properly define poverty, one must see that a poor person does his work with discipline, and may indeed work too hard, and yet he cannot earn enough. It is not right to define poverty merely in the amount of money one has. A billionaire who has lost his way in the wilderness may be starving, and may be penniless, but he is not poor, he is just stranded in the wrong place. If understood in this way, there are not many causes, but a single cause. And that cause is the dependence on natural resource as a source of income through the production of food or extraction of natural resources such as mining or logging or fishing or trapping animals.